It became a thing during the Kennedy assassination because a lot of people were questioning it because it looked weird. You know, everything. Even the people that hadn't seen the Zapruder film, everything just seemed off. It seemed off. And there was rumblings amongst people that were there. The big one was the shots from the grassy knoll. Many people talked about gunshots.
And that one photo where there's like 15 people pointing to the same spot.
And you see smoke near where the bushes are. And it's not a good photo, but it's good enough that you go, It's just it was too uniform. You know, they all were pointing. We heard shots from back there. There is a thing that does happen. Especially if you look at Dealey Plaza. Have you ever driven through?
I have, yeah.
Weird,
I've walked the whole crime scene. Yeah.
It's weird to be there. First of all, it's so little.
You can't believe how close everything is.
It's real little.
And that they sent him into that tight turn and put him into that
a convertible
pickle jar. I
mean,
completely
planned.
And you watch the motorcycle cops drop back. Just drop back. There's something I read. Did you ever read The Men Who Killed Kennedy? I think it's Jim Mars. Do you remember Jim Mars?
Yes, I do.
Did you ever have him on?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Did
he pass?
I think so.
Yeah.
He wrote Spies, which was all about remote viewing.
Oh.
Yeah. He's a trip. He was deep into everything.
I go back and forth on that remote viewing stuff.
I do too. But there's something in one of his books, and I've never been able to find it anywhere else. It's almost like this little detail was scrubbed from the internet, that the Morse code signal for victory right after the fatal headshot went out over every Dallas police radio.
Whoa.
Have you ever heard that?
No.
Okay, I read that. This is disclaimer. God. I'm not coming up with this. This is not my original data. But yeah, when I read that was creepy.
That's crazy.
And I don't know that he would have just added that for color. That's not something you just throw out there.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to add. Victory. Well, a lot of people hated Kennedy back then. It's hard for us to reconcile now, today, because we think of him as like one of our greatest presidents. Of course, because he got murdered. We always love him after they get shot.
Sure.
But when he was alive, this was like half the country fucking hated him. And then there was the Bay of Pigs disaster where we lost a lot of people because Kennedy didn't give him air support.
Right.
He wasn't told about the invasion until like last moment, and air support was crucial to its success. He denied air support. A bunch of people died that weren't going to die.
Right.
And so those guys on the ground, my friend Evan has a theory. My friend Evan, who owns Black Rifle Coffee, who was a ranger himself.
I met him.
He's the best. I love
that dude.
I love him to death. But he said, like, those guys, those are hard-nosed killers. And if they think that they lost their brothers because this fucking piece of shit didn't give them the air support that they deserved, it was Kennedy's idea, and you tell them that you want to get that guy killed, like, oh, fucking sign me up. Those guys would do it.
Interesting.
He's like, those would be the type of guys you would have do something like that, and they would probably tell you this would be a perfect place to do it.
Right.
That tight little turn.
Yeah.
Anybody who says, by the way, because conspiracies everybody gets binary on this one way or another. I believe this or I believe that. Anybody who says that Lee Harvey Oswald couldn't make that shot has never shot a rifle. You're full of shit. If the rifle's on, it was not that far. I'm not saying he could do it 100 times out of 100.
Right.
But the possibility of him having that rifle ready, he's got a scope, he's got a rest. The car comes into view, you roll the sight onto his back, you squeeze off around, squeeze off around, and you get a headshot in there. That's 100% possible.
Sure.
I just don't buy it.
Right.
I don't buy it. I don't think he acted alone. If he did do it, he might have done it. He might have shot at him. He might have even hit him once. There was other people. He was the patsy, and I think when he said, I'm just a patsy, the way he said it was not like a guy who murdered somebody. The way he said it was like, I can't believe they set me up.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I think he was in on a bunch of it.
Sure.
I just don't think he pulled the trigger.
Right.
Or if he did pull the trigger, he was one of many people that pulled the trigger. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of other people saying, oh, he couldn't have made those shots because the rifle scope was off. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because I could get your rifle scope to be off in 5 seconds. Okay, if your rifle scope's perfect, is it zeroed in? Bang! I drop it on the ground. Try it again.
Yeah.
It'll be off by
Misaligned.
6 inches at 200
Misaligned.
yards.
Yeah,
You're going to
completely.
move that thing.
Yeah.
They're fragile. They require micro adjustments with little Allen wrenches and hex keys and shit. And,
Right,
and people,
yeah.
they don't torque them too much. You get it dialed in perfect.
On a $37 rifle.
Yeah, on a rifle from 1963.
From the back of a magazine.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
that thing can get
Right.
knocked off. Easy.
Right.
Like almost instantly you can knock that thing off.
There is a thing about the tree, though,
What about the tree?
that he had to shoot through a tree, because what they've done in a lot of the reenactments, supporting that he was the lone gunman, they did cut out part of the tree that Kennedy's behind.
They cut it out for the reenactment?
Yeah.
Really?
So he would have a clear field of view.
But he had a clear field of view for at least a brief amount of time.
Sure.
And that's all you
Sure.
need. That's all you need if you were good and if you practiced. And I'm assuming that if you're going to go shoot the president, you probably get used to firing off a few rounds. You probably set up a target. So
yeah.
you're not going to just hope that your accuracy is still there from 3
on the
years
day?
ago.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
So if you're going to practice, you're going to be even quicker at racking
Sure.
a new round.
Sure.
He could have done it. I just don't buy it. It just none of the evidence seems to point in that direction, including all the evidence that they try to fabricate. Like the magic bullet one is nuts. Anybody who's ever shot anything with a bullet who looks at that and believes that went through 2 people and broke bones.
Yeah.
That looks like it got shot into a swimming pool.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it ever hit anything.
No, and I've had people debate me and taking the side of the magic bullet.
They're not. They're
And
they're
look me right in
crazy.
the eyes and believe it, and I'm just like, okay, well, cool. This is where we have to just
They're out of their mind.
Yeah, we have to walk away.
They're out of their mind. They don't know. I could show them, like, let's go take a bone from a cow. Let's
Right.
set up a bone from a cow, and I'll shoot it at 100 yards.
One bone.
Yeah.
Just one.
Just one bone.
Yeah.
And let's take a look at that bullet.
Right. Yeah.
It's not going to look anything like that.
No.
It's going to be all fucked up. And there's the fragments. There's missing fragments from the bullet that are
Right.
in Connolly's wrist that are more fragments that are missing from the actual bullet they're attributing to the wound.
You can't. It's just yeah.
But they did it. That's what's nuts. We
You
can
know
sit here
about
and
the-
talk about it till the cows come home.
Do you know about the palm print though?
No.
That they linked the rifle to Oswald because of a palm print on the
they got
stock.
it when they went to visit him in the morgue.
Yeah, they didn't get
Yeah.
it till after the autopsy. Yeah. Huh. It wasn't there, and then surprise.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, says who? Says who his fingerprint was on it. You could just say that back then. 1963. The
Right,
government says,
right,
we
right.
found a fingerprint. Oswald doesn't have a lawyer. No one's representing him. He's dead.
Yeah.
No one's going to say, my client is innocent. He's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Okay?